So Atlus just dropped the biggest announcement at the Xbox showcase, and no, it's not another spin-off or mobile side story. It's Persona 4. Persona 4 Revival has just been announced, a full remake, and honestly, the worst kept secret in all of the industry right now. We have voice actors coming out of the woodwork saying they weren't involved in the game. Everybody dropped that this was going to be announced at the Xbox showcase. So we were all sitting there watching. Fans of Persona were waiting for this announcement. And when they opened that trailer with that field and then they cut to the classrooms and the TVs and the music turned on, we knew. We knew it was time to be excited. We knew what we were in for. And man, oh man, this is amazing. This looks really, really good. I would say the only downfall is we don't know when it's coming. We didn't get a release date. We didn't get any sort of announcement. And honestly, it was like the shortest trailer ever. It was like 40 seconds. And man, am I a little underwhelmed because I want to know more? Yes, I'm only disappointed because I'm so excited and I want to know more about this game. So let's get into it for a second. One, I want to explain why Persona 4 still hits for me. Let's set the stage for a second. I mean, Persona 4 came out in like 2008. It followed up the cult success of Persona 3 with a total shift in vibe. Gone was this more dark and twisted sense of dread, and it was replaced with this like sleepy rural charm of Inaba. But underneath the small town vibe was a murder mystery dripping with psychological tension, weird dream logic, and some of the most grounded character writing Atlus has ever done, still to this day, Persona 5 included. You weren't saving the world from an apocalypse, you were solving a string of murders one rainy day at a time, getting to know your friends in this town inch by inch, and through it all, the game kept asking you one thing. Can you face the truth? Can you figure out who is murdering all these people and what is going on inside these TVs? And that central question, the way the game ties it into its mechanics, is phenomenal. It's why it still resonates with me today, and Revival is a chance to sharpen that experience, not just visually, but narratively, and honestly, mechanically too. There's a ton of things they can add to this. And if you haven't seen my previous video about what I want to see out of the Persona 4 remake, I'll link it and attach it up to this video. So definitely go check that out because I still hope we get all those things. Something I want to know as well, the art style definitely looks different from Persona 3 Reload. It looks like it's going for a complete shift in that design where Persona 3 Reload took a lot from the art style of Persona 5. Persona 4 Revival looks completely different in a lot of different ways. If you just take a look at the classroom and how it has evolved and like what it looks like now, looks completely different. It's a total shift in art design, which I'm actually really fond of. I like the way it looks. I like the way it's coming out. It's very bright and colorful, and it does capture that Persona 4 vibe, which I really, really like. So let's talk a little bit more about this trailer, or lack thereof, honestly. It's only 30 to 40 seconds, like I said before. It opens with this, field with the bridge and the bright, sunny skies. There's this like dreamlike quality to the lighting and the, one character model we saw. Straight up, it's honestly its own thing. It's definitely coming out with a completely different style, and I really like that. Honestly, I can't wait to see more. I can't speak too much on what we saw, but when it cut to that classroom, it looks amazing. The tone that they've set here with this game just looks really good. I really want to see more. I really want to see them elaborate on it. I wish they would have cut to maybe some of the dungeons, maybe a little bit at Junis, something, a little bit more than what we got. But hey, I'm just happy that we got the announcement. And honestly, what could they change? Let's just get a little bit of rundown. I did a whole video on this, like I said before, but I kind of just want to go over a few things that I would really like to see. A remake, obviously, it's not just about the visuals. In Persona 3 Reload, they upgraded a ton in that game. They completely overhauled the combat, some of the story elements, and some of the social links. So hoping to see a lot of that done here as well. I want them to maybe rethink the pacing a little bit and how the story is told. What gets expanded on? Do we finally get new social links here? Do they flesh out characters? Do we get more to the different character arcs? And of course, there's the voice cast question with all the voice actors coming out saying that they're not involved. Are they going to completely revamp the English VA team? And if so, who's going to be on board? And with that, are we maybe even getting, expanded scenes with voice work? And the big question here, right? Are we getting Golden? or are we getting the original PS2 version? This was a whole topic with Persona 3 and Persona 3 Reload. A lot of people were upset with how that came out and was handled. I'm hoping, praying that we get the Persona 4 Golden version. Please give us that one. That is the definitive, perfect Persona 4 game. And yeah, we definitely need the Golden version here. We need Marie, the Hollow Forest, the extended epilogue. We need all of that. Because if we are looking at the just rebooted vanilla Persona 4 version, it's going to be a little bit disappointing because there's so much content in Golden that I think is absolutely essential to the Persona 4 experience. For sure, I hope they take the essence of Golden, kind of rebuild the structure, give us some new social links, and tighten up the dungeons a bit, and maybe even let us explore Inaba freely. If you look at this trailer, it kind of looks like that's what they're wanting to show, that maybe you do get to explore quite a bit more of the town that you're in. And since that's all we saw in the trailer, maybe that's what they're advertising here. Now, Persona 4 Revival isn't just another remake in a long trend of nostalgia grabs. It's the first time Atlus is giving Persona 4 the kind of full, all-out reimagining that it gave Persona 3 Reload, and that's really important. For years, Persona 4 has lived in this like kind of weird middle space, not quite desperate for a remake, but also not very modern either. It got a ton of love on the Vita. It got a huge bump when it was released on Steam and the Nintendo Switch, but it never got the visual or mechanical modernization that Persona 5 fans have come to expect. And now we're finally getting that. And more than that, this remake gives a whole new generation of players a reason to step into Inaba for the first time. And not just because they heard someone say, hey, go check this out. It's, you know, cozy, fun, great. It's because it'll be accessible. It'll look modern. It'll feel like it belongs in that group of games. Persona 3, Persona 5, Persona 6 when it comes out. I felt like if you were to put out Persona 6 and you'd have Persona 3, 5, and 6 all looking great, modern, and perfect, and then you have Persona 4 just kind of sitting out there in the middle ground, looking a little bit more retro, then it's gonna feel like, honestly, the best game in the series is not getting the love that the others did. So here's where I land on Persona 4 Revival. I'm hoping it isn't just, you know, a standard remake, a phoned in opportunity for them to kind of have a stopgap between Persona 6. I hope it's a chance to revisit one of the most emotionally rich JRPGs ever made, with new eyes, new tech, new mechanics, and I'm personally so ready. The real question now, what does Atlus change? And what do they preserve? That's the conversation we're going to be having over the next few months, and believe me, I'll be covering every single thing that comes out for this game. Subscribe to the channel because, yeah, I'll be covering it all. Let me know in the comments below what you're hoping to see out of Revival. Are you more of a Golden person? Do you hope they kind of just go back to the original? And if so, why? Because I just can't see it. That's it for me on this one. Hoping we get more information soon. Looking forward to read your thoughts. And until next time, I'm out.